So, we had a. This is a very strange today. Uh, 2 days ago, these bees were kicking in and out with pollen. And even today, when I came, I realized that, wow, there's not very much action here. This here is my first hive, or my first swarm that I caught this year. The very first swarm. It's the one that flew into the tree, that we saw land in a tree, and then landed in this box. So, I don't see very much action. We're going to check it. So that's the first swarm. Here's the second swarm. It's not moving. Remember, this one was very small. It was the very small swarm. This one was the big swarm. And it doesn't seem like they're moving, but they are moving quite a bit. They have a lot of pollen and nectar coming in. Okay, well, today I don't have my suit on, as you can see. And we're going to open this up. I'm pretty sure they swarmed. But we're going to see anyway. I did start feeding these. About 2 weeks ago, maybe. Here we go. So, I already opened this earlier today. And I realized that... Okay, I'm back now. So, when I opened this, all I saw was some regular bees, right? Oh, they're starting to hit me, it seems like. But then a bunch of baby bees. You know, the white ones when they come out? So, all I'm going to do is kind of peel through this and see if I can find a queen. But the amount of bees in here is big enough for them to requeen on their own. I'm pretty sure, because it doesn't look like they all left. I think they just took the queen and left. That one definitely has 2 new bees on it. 4. Look at that. They're starting to hit my hands. That's still the empty frame it always was. Oh, a little bit of nectar and honey in that one. I don't know if you could see that. There it is. Nectar and honey. Like I told you, these things were kicking with nectar or not nectar, but pollen coming in. I mean, it was amazing how much pollen was coming in. Okay, they are starting to hit me. So, I did have one get me. Wow. I guess it got the camera too. Look at that, the stinger's still throbbing. So I'm gonna throw on my suit. Just halfway, because I don't want no stingers in my eyes and stuff. So as I threw my suit on, I realized, man, I got pain on my other hand too. And they got me twice. That's amazing. I didn't even feel this one. All I felt was the one on my thumb. And I actually watched the one on my thumb sting me. So, wow. I'm going to pull the... I already pulled... So I had just pulled this one out. See, it's gone. So now I got to pull out the second one. Okay, I think we were on this frame. So I just put my suit on. So all I'm doing is looking to see if there's any... Yeah, look, see, there's new eggs in here. And there's brood. See that? So, I don't know why these things would have wanted to leave. Look at that. That's fed brood right there. More fed brood. And like I said, there is a decent amount of bees in here. Still, it's probably about as big as my smallest swarm. But look at that. That's new brood. New eggs. So I guess all I'm looking for is the queen now. That's all cat brood. There we go. New eggs. Look at that. Let's keep going. So that's 2 frames so far that have eggs and brood. There's less bees on there. Less bees there. There's more. Look at that, new eggs. There's nectar all around it with pollen. Remember, this is the first swarm that we caught like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. So there's a lot of cat brood. Look at that. That's all nectar and pollen. And it looks like that's the last frame. Yep, got a little nectar and pollen on that side. So, that's kind of strange. No queen, a handful of bees, and fresh eggs and brood. So obviously these things did swarm. They took the queen, and that's going to be a small swarm. Now, like I said, I checked this yesterday. There was I checked this yesterday. There was bees in it. It was still full of bees. All of these frames were full. I come back today, there's a handful of bees. A few day old eggs. They're still eggs, they're not larvae, so they've got to be recent. So that means that queen left today. So, I'll check the swarm traps in the area, see if we caught it there. But now, what I'm going to do, I want to save this hive. Save the new brood that's about to hatch. As you can see, there's new brood about to hatch. These frames are empty. Look at that. So I'm going to save this one for a nuke. For a swarm, just in case we catch a new one. So I cleared up a little so you can see exactly what we're going to be doing. This is the hive that swarmed, that left about 100 or so bees. This was the swarm that we caught that was only about 100 bees. But you can see their population increased quite a bit. And so I'm going to mix this one with this one. This one doesn't have a queen, we just checked it. This one does have a queen. So I got our peppermint spray, and all this does is kill the scent of the queen. Because we don't want these bees in this swarm fighting with this swarm, because we're trying to save both of them. And I don't want I don't want them to kill each other while we're trying to save them. So all I'm going to do is spray both frames down with peppermint, both sides, if my spray bottle works. Some people say just smoke it real heavy, and that works too. But I didn't use smoke today to open my hive because I just saw that half my bees were gone, so I just decided to go into it. And so I didn't use smoke. This frame, oh, it has pollen and honey. So now, oh, I'm so sorry. So all the brood is in these 4 frames right here. So I'm just going to see what frames this has in it and just see where to put it. This last frame here has some honey and pollen, so I'm hoping that that's what this one will have. This is the first frame in here. Oh man, looks like they tried to cross comb this. Yep, they sure did try to cross comb this. Dang. Can you see all the little eggs in there? So that's a great laying queen right there. Wow. Oh, I gotta spray this. Man, I'm gonna have to set the phone down. Just looking for the queen. But wow, look at the brood. That's amazing. Let me check the other side. That's full of brood from the top down. It's not a lot, but it's enough to start with. I didn't see the queen, but I gotta spray this with peppermint. I'm thinking that this one has the queen because we didn't see it on the other ones. Man, and for some reason I don't see the queen. But there's new eggs. It had to be here somewhere. Maybe I just missed it. All the frames are added. Let me show you what we got. This frame here is pollen and nectar. Then brood, 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 and then more capped honey and pollen. So, I know you guys are going to say feed, 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 and that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so I moved the hive to where the old one was, and they're starting to take up residence. Now, they're slowly fanning, so new ones are going in. Or the ones that were in this hive are going in. I'll be glad if we were able to save these bees. I hope we are. And this turned out well. Let me know any suggestions for what you could have done better in the comments. I know everybody will have something to say. That sucks we lost the queen from this one. But it was a great time to mix the hives. So now I have one more nuke I could fill. So, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.